sport turning back into a toy and giving us one final wink at the end of every episode. It's a very wholesome part of our collective childhood. But of course, if I'm talking about it, then you know that I have once again started to overthink a show that was made for little babies. And that's because there's another line in the intro of this show that's always kind of bothered me.
A game that speaks for itself in so many ways. Two terrific teams.
Welcome to an iconic stadium in football and in rugby. It's the Parc des Princes in Paris. I'm Guy Mowbray, joined for commentary by Sue Smith, and we're all set for another UEFA Champions League fixture here. It's Paris Saint-Germain, and they face Union Berlin.
Well, they both got off to a flyer, 3 points apiece, and I'm sure this is going to be a real competitive match. It promises to be a great contest. I can't wait.
Averted for now. The first blow struck very early.
Well, take a look at this. The pace they show on transition, it's just so impressive. The defenders can't stay with them, and then what a finish too. He gets plenty of power on it, which makes it hard for the keeper to save. It's a really good goal. Well, it's a fantastic effort. Difficult technique, but he's caught it well. Very unfortunate.
This signaling that they are hiding message from me.
Is over. No time to dwell on the ball. A really good interception to take the ball. Looking to cut inside. Well, it looked promising, but only up to a point. Encouraging him to take it on. Well saved. Alex Kral. More good football from them here. A chance to move clear, maybe.
Everything he was thinking, he thought he was crazy.
Pass was red and the ball has changed hands. Oh, that's superb technique to get past. It's a corner, and possibly the chance to go further in front. And the ball comes in. Played through nicely. A terrific tackle. The chance is gone. Camavinga. Still behind, but this is looking promising. Sent into the middle. And away, they've got it clear.
Mad, Daddy.
Now, what can they do from here? They're not getting close enough here.
But
And stopped in their tracks with a change in possession.
better to be infamous than infamous.
Scrappy, it lacks flow. Someone has to take charge here. There could be something building for PSG here. And that's more than comfortable for the man in goal. Carl. Good work from PSG to win back possession. Looks a good ball, but it's not found its target. Intercepted.
Exactly does this at the early episodes of the in the backyard gang, you'll see that her existence was actually a massive secret that the kids kept from their
Cuts
parents.
inside. Delivered towards the basket. It looked good, so did the goalkeeper in claiming it. PSG pushing forward with options
And
available.
they never explained they even go as far as to physically hide Barney when parents come into the room.
Camavinga. He's done well to get past his man. Strong to turn the ball away. Chance to cross here. This could be dangerous. Good time to shoot. Eduardo Camavinga. Little careless there as the ball changes hands. Finds himself with space now. Good cross into the middle. It's cleared. And they can breathe easier.
It's just an
And that brings to
imaginary
a close the first half here at the Parker Grounds.
and it's not just the fact that they have an imaginary goal scorer is the secret because the kids
Second half underway. PSG behind. Can they turn this game around?
so exactly
They could get caught out on the break here.
that they're keeping their parents. Imagine they need physically
Really good interception to take the ball. It's only halfway clear.
their parents see their
It was
imaginary
looking good, but not all the way through.
takes a meaning. We look at the episode, a day at the beach with Barney. In this episode, the kids run
Nice
to
possession.
the beach
Can they get a
with
chance to
Barney
make it?
dad and Minnie.
Good heavens.
Well, he's got to score that guy. It's a huge opportunity to equalise.
So instead, they use their imagination to make Barney show up, and he takes them on a fun, imaginary beach adventure for the day.
Yorba Vitesse. Now, this has to be.
The kids return
Oh, well saved. That was a really good
change the way
chance.
you view Barney.
And able to come away with the ball. Looking for an angle here. Well, it looked promising, but only up to a point. Genuine chance. A goal that draws them back on level terms. Vitesse. That's where it ends for them.
Well, it was a great save that from the keeper. Showed his agility there to keep the ball out. It's a really important save to keep it all square.
The move has come to an end. Eduardo Camavinga. There's a sense of real urgency to this attack. Switched on and ready to intercept that.
It's me, Barney. In that case, it's fine. Don't really fair because you can get inside of my Barney. Let me on. That's totally okay. That's different. But even though it's in a silhouette,
read the pass well and cuts it out.
Away from the goals. This is so weird and creepy once you realize that Barney is a secret that they kept from the parents.
Odogi. Good work to recover possession.
Really going on with this dinosaur. So stick with me because together we're going to truly uncover
Eduardo Camavinga. Hard work pays off. They won the ball. It's a pretty good save by the keeper.
Can I have money, please?
We got a lot of Morgans.
A short corner taken. Promising ball. To keep that out. Odogi.
Yeah.
Nice possession. He's got a goal to take the lead coming. It's played into the box. The danger averted for now. Keep going, says the referee. Advantage. Pushing forward with options available now. Still knocking the straight outside. Maybe that will finish off this corner.
Actually says that Barney is an imaginary dinosaur. It specifically uses the words
They could get caught out on the break here.
imagination.
Need to get bodies back.
As in, he is a real dinosaur that can interact with the world and be seen by anyone. But he manifested in their imaginations. It's like he's somehow now the mental cameras that
Then he went for brute force, and a cool head was needed.
it's like he's a casino hazard for the SCP Foundation.
flag.
Furious. They feel it was a clear-cut penalty.
It's a crazy analogy.
And they've got the goal that draws them level. So it's now 2-2 as the ball gets rolling again. Destiny Udogi.
And we know it's a new one because it has a slightly different design, and the intro still says that the original Barney doll
This
still
looks
lives
really
with
good.
Michael
Could
Caine.
we see a winning goal?
It's clear that he's the continues to grow every time that he and this will culminate into the point of no return for this franchise.
Junior.
His first step behind those goal concert.
On to Camavinga. Oh, he's left his man behind. One of those why not moments, and we've just seen why not.
Well, I'm not sure why he's gone for goal there, guy. It's a goal option. No accuracy on that whatsoever.
Promising looking attack, but it's come to nothing.
With tons of new children and even parents now believing in him. It seems by this point, Nate is so big that his existence being known by parents is no longer an issue.
It's been cut out. There's the turnover.
Unstoppable force that no one can deny. And also, his
So the
concert
referee
episode is
blows the
canon.
final whistle, and it's
TV
finished
show
honours
because the kids
even.
later
Sue,
mention
what
it
did you
in
make of the
future
home
episodes.
performance?
Yeah, another point today, and it's certainly a solid start. If they can pick up another 3 points next time out, they should be in a great position to...
We see tons of children, all with their own Barney dolls that they will later bring back to their homes to continue spreading this infection. And it should be no surprise that this concert is also the very first time that the dinosaur himself multiplies. Let's plan a big surprise for the backyard gang. I'll use my magic. Yes. And this growth only continues exponentially as the years go on and we get more and more Barney shows and movies. Like a virus, Barney continues to multiply into more dinosaur characters. He is now able to fully reveal himself to any parent without any repercussions. The line about keeping him a secret is even removed from the intro. And instead of requiring a large group of children focusing intently for a long time to summon him, now Barney can almost instantly appear.
Barney, what do you think our last book should be?
And Barney's also reached the point where even if someone doesn't like or believe in him, they can't get rid of him.
Okay, Barney, you're really here. My imagination, they're about to disappear. Cody, I do not believe in you.
Okay, Cody, I believe in you. And all of this leads us to the Barney franchise's most recent and controversial development, the 2024 animated show, Barney's World.
Meet Barney, the singing and dancing purple dinosaur, in an all-new animated series.
With a little magical help, the possibilities are endless.
Get ready to explore an incredible new world.
This is a reboot of the Barney TV show, and a lot of people weren't really fans of the animated redesign they did for Barney. Hey, friends! It more or less follows the same formula, except with one very notable difference. In this version of the show, for the first time ever, Barney is never shown in his toy form. He is now always just a large, magical talking dinosaur. And unlike all the previous episodes, now he never disappears at the end. I love you. In this series, Barney can even fly and transform the world in ways he never could before. So maybe this latest entry into the Barney franchise is showing us Barney at his absolute most powerful, where he is no longer bound by a toy or the limitations of children's imaginations. And the smoking gun to prove this is once again in the show's
a little bit
intro.
sickening
In the
because
very specific way
he
they
loves
introduce
children.
Barney.
Okay.
Mhm.
It's a little bit sickening because it involves children, but we're like, okay, who came with this idea of actually creating this, this toy?
Nigga, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I think it's dope that they do owe a lot of these TV shows. All of these cartoon also. But it's a lot of them.
Hey,
Like for example, the other one. You had another one with I'm not gonna play, but like if you see his research don't seem like you know what I'm saying, but it could be otherwise. But I'm just saying even the Teletubby, he did the Teletubby and Incredibles.
shit. What are we missing about the Incredibles?
What?
I say, what are we missing about the Incredibles?
There's a lot of conspiracy behind that too.
Uh,
In Barney's world with your favorite purple dinosaur. For the first time ever, the intro no longer describes Barney as a dinosaur that comes from our imagination. Now, he simply just exists on his own, because at this point, Barney has become such a global sensation that he has gained total dominion over our world and has completely reshaped it into his image. Maybe this isn't just an animated reboot of the Barney franchise. What if Barney literally transformed the world into this imaginary cartoon redesign, and what we are seeing here truly is Barney's world? And that is where the Purple Dinosaur story ends. At least for now, until we get that A24 Barney movie that's in the works, apparently. Yes, that's a real thing that's happening.
Yeah, okay.
But we're still left with one final unanswered question. Where did Barney originally come from? I mean,
That's what I
maybe this
said.
is just a world where anything that children imagine can come to life. Maybe there's nothing particularly special about Barney the purple dinosaur, and there could have just as easily been a blue giraffe that took over the world. But remember, back in the very first episode of Barney and the Backyard Gang, before we ever saw Barney imagined into real life, there already was an existing toy dinosaur in Michael and Amy's home. And we never actually found out where it originally came from. They find him inside of an old box in their garage, and it seems like they're already familiar with him, but they don't know how he got in there. Well, I believe the answer to this question can be found hidden in the 1998 theatrical movie Barney's Great Adventure. But just a warning, this movie has some kind of unsettling implications for this franchise. Join Barney, Baby Bob, and BJ in the magical musical adventure every young child has been waiting for. Barney's Great Adventure, the movie. In this movie, Barney and a couple of new kids discover a shooting star has landed in their grandparents' barn.
It looks like some sort of egg.
The star turns out to be a mysterious egg that they learn is actually an alien species called Dream Makers.
There's a dream maker inside. Every 1,000 years or so, an egg falls from the skies. A visitor from days gone by who has a gift share for the boys and girls around the world, for children everywhere.
Barney and the kids go on an epic adventure to try and return the egg back to where it first landed, and in the end, they are successful, and it hatches into this weird little alien koala thing that can show kids their dreams.
Hey, what are you doing? Look, it's me.
So that's the Dream Maker's gift, to let you see your own dreams. It's just sort of a generic throwaway Barney adventure. These kids and the Dream Maker never really get mentioned again. But despite that, I believe that it is heavily implied in this movie that Barney the dinosaur is actually the same species as the Dream
Mental
Maker.
fortitude and technical excellence. Both
Barney
qualities will be pivotal as this important
this is
occasion
something that's never
unfolds.
stated in the movie,
Wait to
and I
find
can't
out
even
who
find
will
anyone
win.
online
And
who's
good
ever
evening
come
to
to this
you from
conclusion,
the
but
Patrick
I'm
House
pretty
here in the
damn
French
sure
capital,
that this
Paris,
is
the
actually
venue
an
for
intentional
tonight's action.
secret left by
I'm
the
Derek Ray,
filmmakers.
and I'm joined here on
I
the
don't know what
gantry
else
for
this evidence
commentary
could be.
by Stuart
So,
Rawson. And ready for more
obviously,
technical
the Dream
excellence
Maker
and
looks
high-level
a lot
excitement
like
from
Barney
Liga
in this
McDonald's.
watch.
It's Paris Saint-Germain, and they take on
But there's also the fact
Well, as
that
is
the
always the
Dream
case,
Maker's
both
gift
teams
is
will
to
look to
show
control the
people
centre
their
of the pitch.
dreams.
Whichever can do that will dominate possession and probably the game. This is going to be key, I think, today.
AKA, it
And the
allows
PSG
children
team
to
looks
bring
like
what
this.
they imagine to
Well, they're
life
starting with
and
an
have it be
attacking
seen by
4-5-1
others,
formation
which is
with
exactly
three
what
players in
Barney
advance
has
and two
always
holding
done.
midfielders. But it's important that the wide players come in field to join the centre forward at the right time.
Use your imagination. And this would also explain why Barney has always needed children to exist in his big talking Barney.
Villanueva. This is the
The
lineup for
Dream
the
Maker
visitors
is
today.
also described
Well,
as
they're
a
using the same
visitor
shape,
from
so
days
this comes down to who plays it better and who gets better support to
and
their
of
front
course,
striker.
Barney
It should
takes
be a
on the
good tactical
appearance of
battle.
a dinosaur, which is a creature that lived on Earth millions of years ago, aka a creature from days gone by. And when speculating about what the egg could be, Barney even says, I think the most telling moment in this movie is Barney's initial reaction to the shooting star.
Over it comes.
Makes decent contact, just lacking that bit of accuracy.
And just hearing there's been a goal in the last game, Alex Scott can tell us
He
more.
clearly knew about the star before it started falling, and then when he's later asked whether
Alex
he's
with
ever
the
seen an egg
info
like this
as ever.
before, listen closely to how he responds.
Diarra. Nicely cut out. It might be on for them. And quick thinking defensively.
Barney was clearly about to tell them something before he was cut off. He was about to nervously tell them the truth, but then we never get to hear it.
Diarra. Able to skip past his man.
Doesn't it sound like he was
Sloppy in
about to
possession.
reveal some crazy lore? And this moment never gets paid off later in
And
the movie.
Ribeiro
I
has it.
think that Barney was about to tell them that he has seen an egg like this before because he too came from an egg that fell from the sky because Barney is actually an alien dream
Well, not
maker.
cleared away
And if you
completely.
still don't believe me,
Can they get
then
in behind
take a
them?
look at the final
The
shot
danger's still on.
of this movie. No. This is
Good looking move this. But no damage done. That's the main thing.
the Dream Maker and the Barney toy are sitting side by side, very much emphasizing
Valde.
how extremely similar they are. And then they both have their own versions of the iconic Barney wink. Barney is an alien. This feels genuinely intentional, and this ultimate ending has a very unsettling implication. The entire franchise, literally every episode of the show ends with the Barney toy doing a final wink.
Just to change the face, and it's a great finish. He holds off the defender, keeps his composure, and finds the back of
And
the net.
now we
It's a
realize
marvellous
the
goal.
true meaning of this is that the Barney toy was never actually a toy. It has always been a living, breathing alien, just pretended to be an inanimate object to trick people into letting him into their homes where he can slowly feed off of children's imaginations like a
Timing was
parasite.
perfect.
Why were they surprised to find the Barney toy in a specific box in the first episode? Because Barney has never been a
Intercepting
toy.
it
He has
intelligently.
always been able to move on his own. He went into that box because he knew they would find him there.
Options
Every
in the
time
middle.
he is just sitting there in the background of a scene, he is actually secretly watching them. This
Oh, moving
is
it
Barney.
nicely.
And it is something that he has been telling us over
Just can't get
and
it past
over
it.
So that's there you go. Bye.
Making use of his physical strength to hang on to it. And Nesiri. Cervantes. Hassan.
Good alien.
Put in
Huh?
a clean tackle. Plenty of support here. The support is that's the sign of a well-organised defence. Back there. Very alert defending to cut off the supply.
It is not real enough. It doesn't make sense. But it's actually real. You know what I mean?
PSG looking dangerous. But marvellous defending.
Enjoy life. Peace.
Youssef En-Nesyri. Oh, there's a really stylish piece of running. Playing it short. Oh, danger here. Firing it towards goal. No way through. Well, maybe a good position from which to counter. They need to get bodies back.
Fantastic move. Shoes couldn't quite dab it off.
What's that? Was it a joke? Was it a joke?
Do you know something?
Very alert defending to put a stop to the chance.
If we have to. Please.
They're not giving him any breathing room.
That's what I would say to
So getting close to the half-time interval and PSG with the lead. Stuart, what strikes you about what you've seen from them in this half?
Well, they've worked hard and played well to be in front here, but they now need to keep their focus as we approach half-time.
The biggest surprise for you, or something that you just
Good use of advantage in favour of PSG.
I now understand what he meant. Even if this was Black Mirror episode, you still be like, what the fuck is this?
Managed to get it out of there. Chance to cross. Making sure nothing untoward happened. And wilting under the pressure. And now they try to go forward. And so the half-time whistle is gone. Here on the final pass. Well, as they get the ball running again, interesting to see how the second half pans out. That's promising. Interception to snuff out the danger. Here's Escobar. Ribeiro. Well, this could really help the cause. Well, you might call that a 50-50 decision. So a deflection, and it will be a throw-in. And the substitution will occur now. Now possibilities in the centre. Could be threatening. More excitement from Liga coming your way on EA TV. It's Paris Saint-Germain, and they'll be facing Lorient. Oh, great attacking play. And they couldn't keep possession. Crossing possibilities. Danger averted for now.
And they make me
Good.
it's president. He makes me
It's a neat move. Back out. Could be troublesome. On the ball, Lucas. Good block there. That's a good-looking pass. So half an hour remaining. The cross is on. Oh, he looks threatening. Delivered into the box. Oh, that's a super piece of defending. Another game from Liga for you to enjoy with us on TV. It's Stade facing Toulouse.
Well,
Diarra. Well, PSG have it back now. After the foul, a chance to contemplate what is next, and perhaps a goal from this free kick. Substitution time it is here.
yeah, I got paid.
Smuggled away.
See that? I got paid.
Well, a goal has gone in the last game. Alex Scott, tell us more. Alex keeping us right up to date. And PSG pushing to add to the lead. It'll be a corner. Can someone get on the end of it? Terrific piece of anticipation. It's a perfect challenge. Showing plenty of defensive acumen and conceding a throw-in. Can he play it in? Well, that's a foul.